Hi, my name is Kayla.
And I'm Hannah.
And this is
Read Leia
Weewinik, a YVC library podcast. Today we're going to be covering The Woman in the Library by Sulari Gentill. Now, I am ready to get into it. It's been a minute since I've had you back. Our last episode was hosted with Sam, and girl, I gotta say I missed you, and I love you. And tell me, how much did you enjoy this book, girly pop?
I love this book. I feel like, I don't know, like going into it, once again, this is one of those things when I didn't really need the description. I just trusted you blindly. And
I pick all of our books.
boy, when we in.
I actually picked out of the genre I usually go I picked a different genre because I was like, I want to pick something more Hannah-esque. Yeah. And I was like, a murder mystery. Perfect.
I loved it.
I thought it was really good, too.
It was.
And I never read murder mysteries because they're not my gig. So let that just kind of show y'all how much we enjoyed it.
Let it speak for itself.
All right, let's just dive into the questions.
Might I add, she doesn't know how to read. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm just... telekinesis, all of that.
She likes the shapes.
When Freddie, Whit, Kane, and Marigold get coffee together for the first time, Freddie mentions that it was the start of her friendship with a killer. Who did you suspect in that moment?
I think I did not answer that on my notes. Love that.
Love that.
Love that from us. I think initially, honestly, maybe Kane.
Yeah.
I did also think Whit was kind of sketchy, but like...
I didn't think Whit initially, because I was like, oh, he's just kind of like this goofy guy. I thought it was going to be Marigold, just because, like, she was kind of obsessed with that sort of stuff.
Well, not only that, her name's Marigold.
Yeah, and her name's Marigold, so, that's suspicious enough, right?
That's sketchy enough for us.
Like, right, Marigold, a little too angelic for me. But yeah, I wasn't completely sure. And, like, other times I was like, it can't be Freddie.
Yeah.
I was like, Freddie telling from the killer's perspective? Nah, it doesn't make sense.
I feel like if they did that, they could have added more zest.
Oh, yeah, definitely could have added more zest.
I don't know why I said they.
Okay, moving on. Thanks to the emails, we're regularly reminded that Freddie's story is fiction. Did that change your experience of the mystery at all?
I think the emails at the end, they added this texture to these chapters where you've been kind of getting two stories in one. Yeah. Because these emails were telling you, if you hear the bird in the back, I am sorry, I have birds.
The bird is being a little quirky today. Anyways.
I feel like the emails just add, like a whole second story. And I hated Leo. Leo was a sketchy guy.
Yeah, Leo got on my nerves. Like, honestly, at the beginning, the emails confused the heck out of me. Because I was like, what am I reading? Is this a story within a story? Like, what is happening right now? Because they were talking about things that were happening in the story. And I was like, I cannot wrap my little peanut brain around this.
To be fair, you kind of do get a story within the story with these emails. Yeah,
I was, like, mad confused. I was like, huh? But I was like, all right, let's go. And it took me, like, about 6 chapters to realize what was actually happening.
What was up?
And I was like, man, I'm feeling a little dum-dum. Okay. Freddie, Whit, Marigold, and Kane became intimate friends very quickly. Have you ever made friends in a similar way? What circumstances, besides manufactured peril, led to these types of sudden, intense friendships? I think we could tell the story of our friendship. Basically... Hannah and I met at 6th grade orientation. They were doing, like, activities and stuff.
Like, goofy little puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
Team building exercises.
Yeah, team building exercises, and neither of us, like, had anyone to do it with.
Not only that, like...
And we were, like, both super awkward.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure we kind of approached each other, and we're like, hey, do you want to do this together? And you're like, yeah, and then we're like, I'm Hannah, I'm Kayla, and I was like, okay, cool. And I remember I was wearing my Tweety Bird shirt.
Yeah, I was eating that up.
I was like, okay, 6th grade orientation.
I think, like, as we went on in our friendship, we experienced so many things together. Like, 7th grade science class, that was crazy.
I feel like our friendship, like, lit up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, we were immediately besties.
I want you guys...
Marigold insists to the others, a scream is supposed to bring help, and we heard her scream. Do you think of yourself as being responsible for strangers? How effective is bystander intervention?
I feel like this kind of gives off, like... You remember when Cartoon Network used to do those, like, bullying campaigns? And they're like, you see something, you say something.
Yeah, I do.
Like... I like the idea of, like, oh my god, like, a scream, usually, like, when it's help, but, like, at the same point in time, like, I think if I was to hypothetically see something, like, I wouldn't necessarily not, like, indulge myself in the situation, but, like, it would depend on the situation.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like it would depend on the situation for me whether or not I intervened, because I have a wee bit of social anxiety, and so does Hannah over here. So, but if it was something, like, important, I guess, like, someone screaming and needing help, I guess I would come over. But I'd be a little suspicious just in case it was a trap. Because, you know, some people, like, do that kind of stuff. They have, like, a weird setup, and the next thing you know, you're in the boot of a car. Like...
You're in the back of a van.
Literally. Okay, next. Describe the role of Freddy's neighbor Leo. How does he change Freddy's perspective?
I think we should mention that Leo and Leo in the emails, they aren't the same person.
Yeah, they are, but she, like, wrote him into the story.
She wrote him into the story, and he's equally as annoying in the book as he is in the emails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think...
Like, I know he was, like, giving her helpful information about, like, America and stuff, because she's Australian, obviously. But he was... I did not enjoy.
He was helpful to a point, and then he was like, you should do this instead of this, and it's like...
Yeah, and then he became crazy, and then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna murder people to help you with your story, and then we're kind of like, Jesus.
Like, sending him pictures and stuff.
Like, I was like, sir, that's a little intense. What sane person do you think would appreciate that?
And then she has the FBI, I'm like, oh.
I think perspective-wise, he just kind of helps her with her perspective about America.
Yeah.
But, like... in the story,
he's just really there.
Know. Yeah, he's kind of just there. Like, he offers to read her manuscript in the story or whatever.
Like, I think he just serves the same purpose, that he's just there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. He keeps the ball rolling, I guess.
Okay, moving on. Do you think the other characters took Marigold's stalking behavior seriously? What would you do if your friend was acting like Marigold?
I would like to know. Tell me. Tell us. Tell the girls.
Okay, so I don't think they took her behavior, like, serious enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like her behavior, it wasn't malicious.
Yeah.
But it was creepy and it was
stalking. Weird. It was weird.
Like, I feel like they were trying their best to support her, but there are certain points you definitely should not cross, and that does include stalking your crush's house.
Yeah, I think, like... the farthest you should probably go is, like, looking at their social medias.
Yeah.
When it says, like, I am outside his house.
I am in his walls, actually.
I'm actually his man in the walls, guys.
But, yeah, it's just... I feel like it could have been taken more seriously, obviously.
I feel like this loops back to the... you see something, you say something.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they definitely did not say anything. Like, Marigold was kind of, like, she was a sweet character, though. She was just a little...
she was goofy.
A little, messed up in the membrane, if you will.
If you pulled anything like this, I'd probably be like, okay.
If you did something like this, I'd probably be like, okay, let's take a step back, let's talk about it.
What's your psychiatrist's phone number, actually?
Right, and then, like, and can I just give you a couple of emergency line numbers?
The stalking hotline.
Like, I love you, I support you, but maybe not this. Maybe not this.
Maybe not to this extent.
Okay, Freddy questions herself for trusting Kane several times, but never really changes her mind. What do you think her loyalty comes from?
I think... I don't know, when you have a friend, you want to see the best in them.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I mean, they were quick friends.
Yeah, they were very quick friends, which kind of, like, threw me off. Like,
yeah.
she was already loyal to him, and they'd only been friends for a few weeks at that point. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just think if the story went another way, it could have ended, obviously, terribly.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think it was the loyalty was quickly drawn, as well as the friendship.
Yeah, that's very true.
And, like, I can't say I did the same.
Yeah, and they had, to be fair, they also had a romantic entanglement, and you don't want to believe the person you've been sleeping with is, like, a serial killer.
Yeah, because that's weird.
So I guess that her loyalty could also be rooted from her fear and insecurity that she was sleeping with a murderer.
You've been in my sheets and you've been in the sheets.
Right, exactly. Like, good for her that she was right about his character, but that's not how real life works a lot of the time, and it could have been very dangerous.
Like, heaven forbid, she's Australian, not dumb.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, if they were longer friends, maybe I'd be like, okay, but they literally were friends for, like, a little bit, and she's like, yep, I owe this man my life, I will do anything for him, I will even hide him from the police, which she did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, that is definitely some interesting behavior, but it worked out for her in the end, so kudos to my girl.
Gonna monk that off my bingo sheet.
She was doing that dang thing, as she deserves. Okay, in his emails, Leo insists that Hannah specify the races of her characters, pointing out that it could drastically change their experiences and perspectives in a story set in America. What does a story gain by making race explicit? What are the potential drawbacks?
I think... You know, I was vibing with it before.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna sound like stupid, but like, I guess when I read a book, I don't see people in color. I just see them. You know what I mean?
It's just kind of like imagine like this blank person-shaped figure that with like a few details that you've learned about them in the book, like kind of like a person blob.
Like kind of see-through.
Yeah, like
opaque, if you will. So I feel like she didn't need to add an ace, and Leo
was making it weird by how much he insisted on race, and to a point where it almost felt racist. They're like, I think they should know if he's an African American man because of the behavior they exhibit.
Well, not only that, he's like, oh, I didn't know he was black. I'm like,
yeah, if like, he had been in jail, and he's like, oh, he must be black, and I was like, no, Leo,
like, what did you say?
A little racist. And she never, like, said their skin color, which I think was a smart move, because Leo doesn't deserve anything. The only thing Leo deserves
is a jail cell.
Is a jail cell, period.
Some handcuffs.
Bottle of cyanide.
A little orange jumpsuit.
Yeah, no. But as for the drawbacks, I don't know if there could be really any drawbacks unless the story was focusing on a culture.
Yeah.
And maybe they said, like, I don't know, like, the person's white, but the book is about, like, let's say, indigenous culture or something. I guess that could be a drawback, but I don't see literally anything else, like, working that way.
Yeah, I just feel like Leo was just being weird.
Leo was being Leo, and we did not enjoy the behavior.
Leo was being Leo.
Leo needs a nap.
Time out for Leo.
Okay. Caroline and Whit planned to test whether they could goad Kane back into a life of crime. If they had executed their plan as they originally intended, what do you think would have happened? What does their experiment reflect about our attitudes toward convicted criminals?
I think, in all honesty, it kind of made me mad.
It also made me mad, because they were supposed to be his friend, and they were literally trying to get him to commit more crimes.
Like, I couldn't imagine, like, not being in, like, a criminal sense, but, like, what if I got sober, and then, like, you were, like, goading me with, like, alcohol? Like, that kind of get up.
Exactly. Like, it was kind of cruel, and, like, he obviously didn't get back into the life of crime
Thank God.
He wanted, like, as they intended him to. And if that did happen, I think he would have went down for Whit's crimes.
I think so, too.
And Whit would have gotten away scotch-free because he was a rich, little, annoying scumbag. I don't think he was annoying, alright? I liked his character before I found out he was a murderer. I'd like to stay.
I like to stay.
I'd like to stay, please. Please.
Please.
I have nowhere else to go.
Please let me stay, father.
Yeah, but, like, I think their experiment just kind of shows how much people, like, just do not trust people who have been, like, convicted.
Well, I would even go as far and say, like, you could say it for other things other than just conviction. Like, what if they did it to, like, a sober person?
Yeah.
Because, like, they apparently don't have a line they're not willing to cross.
It was honestly, like, very weird.
It was, yeah.
And I did not understand the behavior. Like, I get, like, maybe Caroline was desperate.
Yeah.
But Whit, like, he was just trying to cover his tracks.
Whit was being goofy.
He was like, let me screw over my friend in the process because I don't want to go down for my crimes.
Yeah. I will say the end had me gooped. Gagged and goopy.
Oh, yeah. I was, like, honestly,
yeah,
very surprised. I didn't originally think Leo was gonna get caught, but then I was like, you know what? It's a book. They're gonna tie up loose ends, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
That's what you hope.
Hopefully. But yeah, overall, I think I really did enjoy the book. What would you rate it out of 10?
Maybe like a 9, a solid 9.
Yeah. I think I would rate it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, it's not normally the genre
yeah.
I, like, bumble around in. But I really enjoyed the book, and it did kind of keep me interested on what was going to happen and how it was going to unfold. Ugh. My words are choppy today. But yeah, I think that's about it. We really did enjoy this book, and we're happy to be talking to you guys again. It's been a minute. And as always, we'd like you to remember to register to vote. There's always elections, and there's always
something going on.
There's always something going on that could use your support. And I think we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
Bye!